Mona Lisa.
Hello everyone, so my name is Florencia Lika. I'm from Management International Batch 2020. So today in this video, I would like to talk topic about strategic HR management and planning. From this topic, I have already watched two videos. The first video talked about strategic planning process. So for this, I found that this topic turned the video on the YouTube platform on the SMS Strategy Consulting YouTube channel with the title The Steps of the Strategic Planning Process in Under 15 Minutes. And what I have already learned after I watching this video will walk you through each step of the strategic planning process to give you an overview of all the work that goes into developing a strategic plan. The video also discusses the importance of getting your team aligned and on the same page so that your organization can achieve successful strategy implementation. The video also tells about the risks to good implementation and how we communicate about the plan. And for the second video is talk about human capital management. What I found about this topic, we can find this topic through the video on the YouTube platform on the HCM Simplified YouTube channel with the title What is Human Capital Management? And from this video, I already learned about a quick overview of human capital management and its components. It walks through the life cycle of all the HCM modules: core HR, recruitment, compensation management, performance management, time and leave management, benefits, and payroll. The video also tells about the human resources management system and human capital management process as its element. And I also already read on page 37 in ebook about the HR headline is strategic utilization of talent benefits healthcare organization. So from this headline, I able to learn about the way Lee Memorial's manager approach in actively soliciting and engaging employees demonstrates the value of sharing information about organizational business condition and employees with employees and giving them a stake in the outcomes. So in this video, I will talk more about what is strategic planning. So strategic planning is the process of defining an organizational strategy or direction and making decisions on allocating the resources of the organization. This means capital and people to pursue this strategy. Successful organizations engage in this core business process on an ongoing basis. The plan serves as the roadmap that gives the organization direction and aligns resources. Here are some of the examples of strategic planning. The first one is deciding where to locate a new manufacturing plant. The second one is that have forecasting next week's demand of a given product item. The third is targeting customer demand for aggregate product families. And the last one I give example is setting inventory levels for a given product. And what I know about strategic planning process, so that I have already said that strategic planning is the art of creating specific business strategies, implementing them and evaluating the results of executing the plan, in regard to a company's overall long-term goals or desires. The importance of strategic planning stands for the scientific way of moving from the stage of traditional system to the stage of technical progress, keeping pace with advanced society. Strategic planning is one of the most effective and useful administrative process because it has a positive effect on the desired results, as well as it is a key element of the management of the institution at the present time and the stage of thinking that precedes the implementation of any work, because planning is a series of decisions related to the future to achieve the goals set. Before we learn more about this topic, so here I want to tell you what is the difference between traditional human resources and strategic human resources. The first one is I will talk about the traditional one. Traditional HR departments focus on managing labor relations, solving employees' problems, and generally keeping the staff happy. Strategic HR has plans for helping the organization like recruiting more workers, developing talent, and training employees in company standards and principles. Traditional HR has a narrow focus on issues like basic personnel management and labor relations. Their goal is to take care of employees and keep them happy and satisfied. Meanwhile, the HR team doesn't educate workers about responsibilities or how things are done. That's something they assume employees will pick up on the job or from their managers. Strategic HR departments have a much broader mission. And what I know about HR factors in the SWOT analysis. In human resource, SWOT analysis is a process of collecting and analyzing data to answer critical questions about an organization and how to manage a workforce. This analysis allows business owners to understand what drives the business and what kind of decisions are going to help the company moving forward. HR SWOT analysis is one of the most common type of HR analysis. SWOT stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. The idea is to identify what fits into each of these categories for your business. What are your strengths and weakness? What factors present an opportunity for your business and what presents a threat? With HR SWOT analysis and HR solution software, business owners can make informed decisions that will help their business grow and their employees thrive. Okay, so what about human capital effectiveness measures? Developing your human capital ensures that your workforce is being effective and efficient, and ultimately, improving your company's overall performance. Human capital is what your employees possess in terms of their knowledge, skill, experience, and commitment invested in the organization. And what about human capital value added, or HCVA? Human capital value added is an indicator or measurement of the financial value, or it's called as profit, an average employee brings to an organization. In other words, it shows the average profit per employee or to what extent the average employee contributes to the bottom line. HCVA is commonly calculated on a quarterly basis, which means it is calculated 4 times each year. In this chapter 2 and the topic that we learn, there's have a critical thinking activities, so that we know how technology has changed job in organization where you have worked. What are some HR response to those changes? So technology brings about radical change in job design. Job description may change due to technology change. This is return means job specification or skill requirement also change. There could be more of a technology skill requirement over technical core skills requirement for execution of tasks. HR would have to do intricate job analysis to assert the new tasks, requirement and matching skills and abilities requirement. This isn't enough. Technology change may mandate technology training interpretation for current or future incumbents. While technology training may be a relatively easier proportion, the associated behavioral or attitudinal training to create the right mindset to use the new technology could be challenging. Some change management intervention may be required. The next part we will talk about the process to use for identifying the components of the HR strategic planning process. In order to improve the strategic alignment to staff and other resources, it's essential to understand how a strategic HR planning process works. At its most basic level, strategic human resource planning ensures adequate staffing to meet your organization's operational goals, matching the right people with the right skills at the right time. The strategic human resource planning process begins with an assessment of current staffing, including whether it fits the organization needs, and then moves on the forecasting future staffing needs based on business goals. The components of the HR strategic planning process are: the first one is assess current HR capacity, the second one is forecast HR requirement, and then the third one is develop talent strategies. The last one is review and evaluate. The next one is what other company strategic objective must the HR strategic plan integrate and support. So other company strategic objective that the HR strategic plan must integrate and support is include having the right people in place, the right mix of skills, employees that display proper attitudes and behaviors, and employees that are developed in the right way. So in this chapter, I also already read the case on page 68. After I read the page, I know what some reasons that more organizations don't implement HR analytics, and how would you make the case for adopting HR analytics. Some reasons why more organizations don't use HR analytics is the lack of a simple standard that informs how analytics help business better compete. In some companies, there is a general sense that workforce analytics is simply measurement, headcount, labor cost, turnover, and so on, which is on the case. And how I would make the case for adopting HR analytics is by sitting down with the top executive and explaining to them that workforce analytics, in contrast, identifies sets of capabilities that managers can use to rapidly select and deploy capable workers at the right time, cost, and place to achieve critical business outcomes. And also from this chapter, I already can know how HR professionals develop the needed skills to analyze and interpret metrics, and what resources could an HR professional consult to begin building expertise in this area. So HR professional would have to start from beginning. First, they have to understand the facts that are captured by the metrics. In other words, they have to understand the real-life operation of the business that the metrics pertain to. Then it's a matter of a very basic understanding of statistics and of the rules, like accounting or otherwise, that were used for deciding which data to capture and how to present it. And what resources HR can use in this area are to be truly effective in driving and supporting the institution workforce. HR must constantly assess the organization needs and challenges. The first step is to conduct a diagnostic of the institution expectation and its HR needs, followed by an honest assessment of how well the HR function meets those expectations. This analysis must be performed before any change can be made. Structured staffing system and metrics should then be developed to support the direction established for HR. That's all what I have already learned from this chapter 2. So before closing my video, I would like to say thank you for those of you who already watching my video.